I literally can't help myself. There are so many graphs in this deck that just burn my eyes, that I just don't like, that could be so much better and more effective. And the content is important, so I just want the visuals to be better. So let's check out another one of these graphs in this deck I've been looking at for the last few days. Okay, so take a look here. It's a line chart. Nothing particularly fancy about this line chart, but what really hurts me is all of the stuff around it in the graph. The grid lines are so heavy. The frame is so big. And notice also that it's hard to read the text because the grid lines are cutting through these lines. So let's do a better job on this graph. So now here's the thing. I'm not going to find all the real data. So I just kind of estimated this. It's going to get us pretty close. So let's take a look. I'm just going to select all this data and I'm going to insert a line chart. And, you know, that chart is fine, right? Like it's fine. I mean, even this alone is fine. Notice how I don't have the big frame, the heavy grid lines. All the stuff is so dense and heavy and hard to read. Oh, let's just clean this up now a little bit, right? So what I do like is how the author labeled these over here. And I'm just going to make all of my text bigger here so you can see it on the video. But I need to do a bit of formatting here. So let's do the x-axis first. And let's, instead of having it every 2 years, let's make it every year. And so if I let Excel do this for me, I'll just do it every 10 years. I actually, in this case, want to have some tick marks. So I'm going to do that and I'll put them outside. And I want the tick marks to be every 10 years as well. So I'm going to do that. And I want to make them visible. So I'll just make them black over here. And now I've got my grid lines every 10 years. Notice they're a little bit off. I'm going to make my axis options on the tick marks and that'll center them. So I've got some nice stuff there. Let's actually repeat this to put a percentage sign after it. Now I could just go back to the data and create these as percentages, but I'm actually just going to keep it the way it is. And so in my format code, all the way down here in the bottom right, I'm going to do a little bit of formatting trickery here. And I'm just going to change this to £, comma, £, and then in quotation marks, I'm going to put the percentage sign. And that's going to format these numbers. And then I also need to do it separately for 0, which I messed up. So we're just going to do it as 0 percentage sign. That should fix it. There we go. So now I've got percentage signs over here. Okay, what about these labels over here? I love it. I don't want to have to do it manually. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a macro that I built. And that's going to add my macro right there. And so I have my labels already done. They are on and they are color coded. And I'm just going to keep playing with this graph a little bit. Let's get rid of this chart title for now. Get rid of this a little bit and make everything just a little bit bigger. I think these labels need to be a little bigger. I mean, 14, 16, you know, obviously I'd want to play with that. Okay. Now, what about this text here? Now, if I'm creating a PowerPoint slide of this text, I'm going to do it as a text box, just in PowerPoint. If I'm doing this as an Excel graph, I'm probably going to use a scatter plot or another line and encode it with data. And I might actually do that here. So if I just select a point and say add data label, now I can just move this over here. I can just put it wherever I want it to go. And let's just say I'm going to use this text. So projects long-term annual average growth rates of. Now, the one thing I'll say about these text boxes is that they can be a little bit harder to control in terms of the spacing and the formatting. But, you know, for this purpose, it's just going to be demonstrating, right? So, okay, so now I've got it here. Let's turn off that terrible line because it's not actually a label. So I'll go over here and turn off the leader line over here. Now, here's the thing that really bugs me about this, right? And I'll right align that and I'll make it bigger so you can see it. I hate the way my grid lines pop through that box, right? And look how much harder it is to read over in the original. It's a real simple fix. Go to format, go to shape fill, and put white behind it. And now it just stands out on its own, right? And so now you can move it wherever you want it to go. Same thing with these blue ones. I want to add a little bit of a white background behind it so the grid lines are not running through it, make it harder and harder to read. So, okay, so look, is the graph the worst thing in the world? No. Is it harder to read? Yes. Can we make it better? Can we make it more effective? Can we make it cleaner and clearer? Absolutely. Do we need a lot of work to do that? No, not really. It's still a line chart. We just lightened the grid lines, done some smart work with our labeling and our axis frequencies, and then put this white background on top of our text box or our labels so that those grid lines don't cut it off and make it harder to read. If you want to learn more, check out this channel. I've got a lot of great stuff for you in Excel, Flourish, and lots of other data viz tools.